has the right to inclusive and quality education. Every children of any age, race, ethnicity, color, or children with special needs has the right to access education regardless of the differences. Yet, tens of millions of children with disabilities are being left behind. Our advocacy aims to hold hands with students of any kind. We work hard to dismantle harmful stereotypes and discrimination towards children with disabilities within communities and educational systems. Our hearts are connected to these children who has a heart for learning. Our advocacy is about young minds aiming to have a bright future ahead with inclusive education open for all.
The mission of inclusive education: to nurture all children with and without special needs in a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment through education, therapeutic intervention, and community acceptance. Comprehensive or inclusive education measures a variety and the specific contribution each student brings to the classroom. In a really comprehensive environment, every student feels good and has a sense of belongingness to their environment. Students and their parents move a setting teaching goals and participate in a decision that change them. The vision of inclusive education: a world where children with special needs and typically developing children recognize abilities, not disabilities, and learn together in a high quality and inclusive environment. An environment in which children with special needs and normally developing children respect skills rather than impairments and study in a high-quality inclusive setting. And the school personnel have the education, support, adaptability, and resources to foster, promote, and respond to the demands of all students.
With or without disability, deserves to be treated equally, respected as a human being, and deserves to have a right to live. In the educational system, we must build a community that disregards discrimination when it comes to people with disability. They have the right to participate in external activities that can help them to progress physically, emotionally, and mentally. Socializing with them is really important, and also when they are participating in such activities, they can find a way to nurture strength and overcome its weaknesses. Our advocacy, InEd, No Boundaries, would like to help those people with disability to grow and improve. In connection to this advocacy, and to make sure that this will happen, that's why we have and offering this kind of activities to make our goals be determined.
Seminars like health, outreach programs like feeding programs, or fundraising for social welfare or community service. Even though they are of disability, it is not a hindrance for them to be given a chance to participate. Blind people can hear and talk. They learn and spread knowledge. Seminars are good for them. Some of them are good facilitators. Deaf people can do sign language, and that will help them to understand what other people say. They can participate in sports fest or outreach programs. People who cannot walk, but it doesn't mean they can see, hear, talk. Spreading awareness, participating in not physical activities, but social activities. Good for social welfare and media.
A student, a teacher, or a normal citizen that has a disability must be given the chance to be one of this what we call a society. We must forget the word discrimination and outcasting when it comes to these special peoples. Disability has never been a hindrance to be good and have a progress in your specific field. It is up to you if you want to stay at that specific point on your life. But that's why we are here, and we must help them to grow. and overcome this kind of challenge in what we call disability.
Since our advocacy focuses the rights for those students who have disabilities and those who want to engage in inclusive quality education but are afraid to experience discrimination and bullying, InEd No Boundaries aims to help hands. Now, what can we offer? We would conduct activities like team building to increase motivation, productivity, as well as to improve mental health and morale. Example, communication channel. In a nutshell, a message is being passed through actions. One must be creative enough to gesture the message upon passing it through, till it reaches the decoder and spill the message. This is a fun way to unite different individuals who have different issues to socialize. This is an open to all activity, which those students who lack of confidence is being encouraged, discriminated people are accepted, and students who have disabilities are treated equally. Our goal is to involve everyone to be invested in the bigger picture. That's it.
Good day, I'm Aljero Bantes Dais, BSed 2 Social Studies. Children with disabilities have very low rates of initial enrollment, even if they do attend school. Children with disabilities are more likely to drop out and leave school early without transitioning to secondary school and beyond. Children with disabilities are also at increased risk of school violence and bullying, preventing the safe enjoyment of the right to education. Historically, children with disabilities have been excluded from the general education system and placed in special schools. In some cases, they are separated from their families and placed in long-term residential institutions where they are educated in isolation from the community, if they are educated at all. That's why we have this advocacy to hold hands with students of any kind. We work hard to dismantle harmful stereotypes and discrimination towards children with disabilities within communities and educational systems. Because our hearts are connected to these children who also has a heart for learning. And this is what inclusive education, or the InEd No Boundaries goal. We offer internal and external activities so that everyone can benefit, not only for those normal students, but to those children with disabilities. Thank you. Mabuhay!